Have you ever wondered what the fate of the gods may have in store for our nichelings? Well, now we get to explore the answer as we continue on with our Whims Legacy Challenge, where so many aspects of our nichelings tribe are actually randomized and given over to random generators, aka our nicheling gods, to control. So welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a little while since we have been here with the Whims, and so if you guys are a little confused over what I mean by randomness, we basically randomize every generation a number between 1 and 20 to determine how large the tribe can be and how many members we can have in it. We also do blind genetics, where I can stare at all of the beautiful abilities of our nichelings, but I cannot peek in their genes. I have no idea what kind of genes they have unless I get in really close. So pardon me, Zodai, don't poke me with some of those beautiful, beautiful little hedgehog spines, I guess. What would you call her little hedgehog spines? I'm gonna call them her spikes. So don't poke me with those spikes, and also I don't want to fly into the cactus either. But unless I zoom in really close here, I actually cannot tell what kind of genetics we have on our nichelings, since we are forbidden to look at their genes. And we also use the random generator to determine the personality of the tribe's main character. And the main character's lifespan is what determines how long we keep our limit on the tribes, which this time around is Zodai. So she's kind of like our main character, if not the leader, then at least the main character who controls through her lifespan how long the tribe is going to be limited, this time to 12 members. And we're also trying a new thing where we use a random generator to generate 3 personality traits for her. And I've actually been very excited because Zodai has a very adventurous, a little bit snobby, and a little bit overbearing personality. And I really think because she's just a little bit snobby and really proud of her spikes, and because she's adventurous, that Zodai actually wants to try to go and explore where all of the spikes are. And there's a bunch of really thorny bushes right across the riverway here. And even though she should probably be focusing on raising her brand new daughter, who has been renamed to Joyshi, even though she should probably be focusing on that, she's kind of leaving Joyshi to Sunix to take care of. Sunix is kind of her mate, the only mate she has taken so far, but he doesn't really have any spikes. And you know, Zodai is a very adventurous, kind of overbearing person, so she's going to go ahead and she's going to insist that Sunix takes care of Joyshi, and she's going to jump across the river and start exploring and trying to make sense of what these spikes are, because she's very proud about her spikes. And thankfully for her, we actually have a handsome spiked male, Duktavan, wiggling his way over. So they might actually start meeting pretty soon here, and I think that she would be quite delighted to have many spiky babies with him, or at least as many as we can before we hit the number 12 on the total for our tribe population. And then over here, we have another lovely female, Rokori, whose mother has just passed away after helping her daughter to explore some of this area, which is totally covered in cactuses, which are pointless. I really feel like you would only harvest from a cactus if you wanted to punish a nicheling or you were really desperate for food. So we're going to completely ignore those cactuses because Rokori has some delicious berries that she can just eat from right here. So we're going to let her eat those berries. And then finally, we have Anala and her son, who has been renamed to Diego. He's still kind of a little one, so I feel like Anala is taking her time searching out and trying to find the other half of the tribe. I actually think Anala and Sunix might have some beautiful babies. Oh, they're exactly the same age too, so maybe they're related, maybe they're not. I have no idea because I can't look in the family tree in this tribe. It is blind to me. But they might have some beautiful spotty babies. And I, as one of the nicheling gods, I suppose you could say, want to try to control having some beautiful babies. So we might work on that. But Anala is bringing her young son, Diego, who was born to a rogue, to the rest of the tribe, trying slowly but surely to follow the evidence of the trails and the sounds of where they have gone. The tribe has really shrunk down from the much larger population that Anala was born into and grew up in, after all. All right, then let's wiggle over here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have Sunix stand next to his daughter. Oh, wonderful. And he found a delightful berry tree so he can feed her. And Zodai is going to just jump straight across. She's really curious. Oh, I see you up there, bird. Trying to eat my baby, are you? I don't think so. But she's very, very curious about all of this land, this territory with spikes just like the ones on her back. And so she's going to go and adventure over there. And then over here, we're actually going to have Kirkuta, who has poison fangs. Wait a second. That means that he can actually safely eat from the poison bushes. Forget all of this other nonsense, Kukirta. Oh, well, get that bunny, I suppose. But we're going to get this boy. How did I just notice that? We have got to get him over to those toxic berries, and he needs to start eating those. I am so excited. If he eats those, we can unlock the toxic fangs. Oh my gosh. And if we unlock anything in the mutation menu and I want to use it, the rule is that if I want to put something in the mutation menu, I get to pick one of the genes, but then the various gods of our nicheling pantheon have to kind of fight with one another. And that's what we say when we roll the random generator, because it's more fun. And we'll roll a random generator between all of the genes that we have unlocked, just counting them, giving them a number value, and letting the random generator pick. But I would love if we could actually have poison fangs in there, because I think that would be really cool. So I need to get Kyukyuta. Your job is to eat all of those poison berries. So we've got to get him over to some poison berries ASAP. And then Vancouver? I feel like he's just kind of a generalized explorer. Maybe he'll go look for, like, there's some bunnies over here. Oh, and what's this? Is that a baby? You guys, it's a big-eared baby that we have. Oh, look, she's trying to fish. It's a little orphan named Rara. Oh my gosh, let's go get her. Oh, she could be a playmate for Joyshi. That's fantastic. Vancouver, let's go down there and let's catch her so that she can become a playmate for Joyshi. I think that Vancouver and Sunix kind of roll their eyes at how the adventurous and overbearing Zolidai has left her child. Like, it happens, I suppose, with nichelings. And so they're taking up the role of taking care of Joyshi. But how much fun if Joyshi ends up with a little, like, sister of her heart who was an orphan that they rescued from this little fishing area. That would be so much fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try to catch her. Next day. Both the girls are already growing so big. I'm so proud of them. All right, and we're going to have Vancouver invite Rara into the tribe. Yay! And we can only have 2 more nichelings. So we have to be a little bit careful there. But let's send Rara up here. And she's going to eat from this berry bush. And then we'll go ahead and have Joyshi jump over to visit with her new friend, the sister after her own heart. And I think Sunix is just grateful. Here, he'll sit up here and kind of keep an eye on everything. Sunix is just grateful to keep an eye on his daughter. And Vancouver is happy to do a bit of hunting. So Sunix is making himself comfortable. I actually think this is like a really nice little spot that they've carved out here. Maybe we'll start focusing on these nichelings as time goes on. But Rara, who has double nimble fingers, so she's going to be a berry picking expert and can also crack open any clamshells we run across, will hopefully be a fantastic family for Joyshi, especially because Joyshi is short-sighted. And I know that because I'm starting, after all of your guys' suggestions, to glance down more often and to see just what the eye, I can't mouse over it because then we would give away what gene she has, but at what the eyes have to say down there. And so she is indeed short-sighted. So in the future, if we let Joyshi have a child, what I may try to do is put normal eyesight into her mutation menu and then just cross my fingers and toes that if I have to roll the randomizer for her other trait, it's going to be a good trait and not a bad trait. All right, so that's what we'll work on there. And then meanwhile, over here, Zolidai has just discovered this mysterious bush. What does it mean? Also, this is a rock and it's in her way. So she has just discovered a toxic berry bush. I think she has enough strength that I think she's just 1 short. I think you have to have 5 strength to destroy those, but she's keeping an eye on that. And then, oh my goodness, Kukirta. Wait a second. I don't remember Kukirta being in the tribe. Oh my gosh, I thought I released him. Oh, that's right. He was following his mate. He had a mate who is somewhere around here and has, oh, there he is. Jeez. So he has a mate as well. I guess he was gathering up some food to share with his mate, but there he is. Ronu is actually Kukirta's mate, but unfortunately it looks like Ronu has been cornered by a whole bunch of these thorns and has nowhere to go. So those two are very close together, and they're hanging out over here. And then his brother Duktavan, I'm trying to get over to Zolidai. So let's have him scooch over here because he's also got poison fangs. Come on, boys. I need you guys to start eating toxic berries because they can. It won't actually hurt them because they have the poison fangs. And Zolidai does too. What the heck? I am just like blind as a bat today. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got to make that happen. And meanwhile, over here, Rokori has gathered up what food she can, so she's going to start going on an adventure, searching out for other nichelings like her mother always suggested. And then over here, Diego, I feel like maybe we'll go ahead and release Diego. His mother, Anala, is getting a little older, but she does want to try to maybe make her way over to the other nichelings. And I feel like Diego, he feels like he's a young, spry guy. He doesn't really have anything I would want to keep for our genes, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and let his mom kind of give him a big hug, and we'll say that he's just a mature male ready to head out into the big world. And that will also free us up so that we have a little bit more room to have more babies. So Anala says goodbye to her son, who's going off, not rejected, but he's mature now and there's no other nichelings around, so by releasing him he might go find romance, love, a tribe to truly call his own. And honestly, because of his coloring and his appearance, I almost feel like this is the origins of the condiment rogues that we are always plagued with, and especially plagued with in the Sirens right now. Oh my gosh, Sirens of the Sea Let's Play is having some problems. But alright, let's pop back over here and see how our playful Rara and Joishi are doing. The little sisters of their heart. Alright, so, oh, I hear somebody making some noise. Let's have Vankuvan go ahead and gather up that bunny. And then I guess the girls could actually come over here because Rara can crack open the nuts that are over here, and Joishi can actually try fishing for some of the fish that pop by. So let's have the girls come over to this spot, and then we'll clear away. Ooh, and we can dig up some spots. Sunix will kind of keep an eye on them as usual. And Vankuvan, I think he's quite adventurous. And so he's always trying to like figure out, ooh, that's a really cool portal. He's always trying to figure out how he can like fight something and maybe defend them, and maybe he'll stay alive long enough that we can breed him with Joishi and Rara because we're running low on options. Also, I did already roll and randomize to see which one of the portals we would have to go down when it is time to move on, and that's whenever we feel like it. And this right here is the answer. Also, I can't believe the bones of that poor nicheling are still over here. That is so depressing. Oh my gosh. Alright, but this is the portal that we'll have to eventually leave through, so maybe keeping most of the nichelings that we breed over here would be a good thing. Also, ta-da! Come on, pick those berries! Pick those berries, woman! No wonder I didn't have her picking them. Okay, darn it. And then over here, Kukirta, unfortunately his mate did indeed just pass away, which is oh so sad, but he has rejoined his brother. And so now they... Yes, okay, fantastic. Duktavan has just found some toxic berries. Guess what? They're delicious because he has the, he actually happens to have the poison fangs. No, don't click on that one, Seri. Phew, that was a little bit too close. But let's see. And then with poison fangs, you have to travel to new islands, so you just have to keep it in your genetics until you miraculously unlock it somehow. And what we need with toxic body, because that would be kind of cool to unlock for the colors, we need to collect from toxic berry bushes 46 more times. So it seems even though we didn't successfully collect from toxic berry bush, I think those all counted. Let's try again. All right, so I collected 5 times, but I was only successful once. Yes, and it counts! It counts, you guys! I'm so excited! Zolidai and Duktavan and maybe even Kukirta might end up having some like toxic-bodied fanged babies, but I have got to get them having babies like now. Oh my gosh. All right, and who is left? Anala is over here. She has pretty much said goodbye to her son. I don't think she's actually going to be able to make it all the way. Noops, I left her in the water. Whoops. all the way to where I was hoping, but at least we can kind of let her do a little adventuring. And then Rokori is catching up with the rest of this group, so we may actually have her breed in with them on the off chance that we get more of those toxic fangs, because I really, really, really need those. All right, and how is Joy? Joyshi is doing wonderfully. I kind of think that I'm tempted to have her take up the reins of leadership because I like her so much, but we'll have to see, because going with younger nichelings means you have that number for longer, which may be a good or bad thing. All right, where'd that nut go? Joyshi, I know you sure as heck didn't harvest it. All right, well, let's come over. And let's see, Anala, yay, you're still with us. I think she's just gonna go ahead and make herself comfortable by the river. She's lived a beautiful life. I really like her. I hope that she has enjoyed her time with us. And we're gonna jump over here, and I think for Corey, we'll be able to console. Okay, come on. We'll be able to console, I said. Oh my gosh, finally. Rokori will be able to console Kirkuta over the loss of his first mate, who he cared for so deeply. And then we're going to have Zolidai wiggle her way around. We've got plenty of food, so really just getting her around this rock is our main goal here. And then wow, there's lots and lots of toxic berries to start collecting from, so we'll get her tucked in here. We have to watch out for these rain puddles, but all of these toxic berries are good for once, because look at that, 7. Oh my gosh, imagine if we can have some toxic berry or some toxic bodied nichelings with their vibrant colors. That would be so cool. All right, and then down here we have got Sunix. He is about to pass away, so I think I'm going to let him gather a couple berries and then come and say his goodbyes to his daughter Joyshi, who might be a little alarmed to find that her father is old enough to pass away. That's a little bit of upsetting news, but I think that he's leaving her with a lot of deep bits of wisdom and just telling her to have like a good heart and to do what is right. And I think that over time, Van Kuvan has really come to admire Suix's position. He's really come to, oh, there's a nest. Yes. He's really come to admire the old man. And so he'll take good care of the girls, and hopefully they can have some babies so we don't go extinct. Yeah, so hopefully all of those things can happen. All right, let's go ahead and see Sunix Y and Nala Y. I'm gonna miss both of them so much. But the good news is we are now old enough to have some babus with Van Kuvan. So I think we'll go ahead and have Joyshi maybe spend a day or two like frolicking around here, maybe thinking about life, trying to find fish is what I'm actually doing with her. And then we'll have her come back over when she's ready to have some children with Van Kuvan, who does not have long for this world, so he'll defend the nest for a second. And then Rara is going to be quite clever and dutiful and gather up all of these nuts. We don't really need them, so I should probably focus on gathering up grass right now, but I just feel like, you know, with those big old ears, that's kind of what she likes to do. Also, she might go join her sister in a second because she can actually see better than Joyshi can. If Joyshi goes too far away from the rest of the tribe, she won't be able to see what's happening. All right, and let's see what happens here in these toxic swamps, my friends. We have got a baby! Oh my gosh, yes! Yes, look at her! She's beautiful, a beautiful baby girl with toxic fangs! That's everything I could have hoped for. Oh, I'm so excited. And I think that that actually just warms Kukirta's heart. Should I have assigned anything to him? Let's see, maybe better fertility. And maybe, what did his daughter end up having? Let's see. And good eyesight is actually what both of these two have. And his daughter has a digging paw and claw. You really can't ask for better on that if you ask me. So I'm really, really, really happy about that. That should help her. And she can eat from the toxic berries, which is pretty fun. So Rokori is very happy. Kukirta is very happy. He only has 2 days left. So I think these two would start thinking about possibly having more babies, and right away she has become pregnant, which is fantastic. So she's going to stay right here, And then Kukirta is going to try to gather up some food for his growing family. I don't think we actually need to assign anything from the mutation menu because it's such a risk that we might have to roll for something really bad. I think we'll just leave it where it is because their daughter turned out to be so strong. I would like to give him ram horns, but I don't think that's like critical at the moment. And let's see, how are we doing on toxic body? Yay, we've collected 9 times. Oh, and especially now that we have, oh, she's got webbed hind legs too. Especially now that we have a baby who actually has the toxic fangs, we should be able to unlock toxic body no problem. Speaking of no problem, Zolidai has just met the man of her dreams with Duktavan's fantastic spikes. So they're gonna fall madly in love and have a baby, I said. There we go. So they're hopefully going to fall madly in love and be able to have a little babu here in the toxic swamps coming up. And then I think that Sunix just got a parasite. So her sister is, or excuse me, Joyshi just got a parasite. So her sister's gonna have to come and help her out with that. All right, I'm so excited we managed to save a orphan too. All right, so let's go ahead. We've got to help our sister out here. She's taken a little bit of damage, so let's bring Joyshi back over, and then she can kind of just find her way. Here we go. We'll have Vankuvan help her out, and we'll have him cure her so she's not wounded anymore. And then she thought about trying to have a baby with him. It just didn't quite work. Rara, however, is successfully pregnant. So Rara is expecting the first child over on this side of the map. And I have to be careful because with the birth of her child, we're going to be up to 10 nichelings, or excuse me, 11 nichelings. And then right over here, we have little baby Lala, born with all spikes, fangs, and claws, and unfortunately, bad immunity genes. I did not see that one coming. Oh boy. And do we have the bird flying overhead? We currently do not have the bird flying overhead. But Zolidai has had the daughter of her dreams, a superior fighter with double claws. She's got fangs and she has spiky body, but she also has bad doubled up immunity genes, which means that Duktavan and Zolidai are closer related than I gave them credit for, and that they will indeed end up with sickly children. However, over here, we have Takirnu, who is not sickly and who also has the awesome fangs. So we're having a lot better luck with Kirkuta, excuse me, and Rakori over here. So we might have to let them have one more beautiful baby. So at least we're getting some interesting results from the swamp, which is very unusual for us. So we'll try unlocking toxic body, and we will keep an eye on what's going to happen to the happy little family with Vankuvan, Ra, and Joyshi over here next time. And I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.